video is about Glossy Lillies. Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't send hate to the people in the video. Today GloraBelle made a video about Glossy Lillies Sophie being mean. Here is the video from GloraBelle.
Today's video is on Glossy Lillies, so this video is about what it was actually like being one of her friends. And let me say, it was not nice at all. And I also want to say it wasn't a bad experience, for maybe it was also for any of her ex-friend Sonny. So I added Ani and we realized some of the problems we had with Glossy Lillies Sophie were very similar. So basically I made a meet and greet game for Sophie which had a Robux donation board. Before the meeting and greet, Sophie asked me if I could remove it, but I said that I couldn't because I worked hard scripting it and I wanted to save up for my dream face. So Sophie said it's fine, you deserve it, and after a few hours when the meet and greet was happening, people wanted to take screenshots with her and me, but she told me to leave the game because people apparently thought I was Sophie, so I said but nobody does think that, and then she said that she'd leave the game with me and I couldn't join the game alone unless she was there. So I said fine. We both left. After half an hour I saw her in the game, so I joined back. And I noticed how people were donating, so I reminded people that they could donate if they wanted to because I was saving up for Mermaid Princess face. Then after a while I accidentally brought Sophie on the stage using admin and she started talking to me in all caps and basically being bossy and controlling me like I was her peasant. And then she used admin and crashed the game about 3 times, kicking everyone from the game and then pretending she didn't know what happened. Long story short, it got to the end of the meet and greet and the donations were getting higher and higher and I was like OMG, etc. And Sophie just left the game. Then she told me to shut down the game. Her and her friend Rose then blackmailed me to shut down the game or they'd expose me, so that's what I did. And basically Sophie and Rose were saying how I was using Sophia to get my dream face, which I don't even have. And that's not all. After a couple of weeks Sophie created a game named Until Someone Donates 10 and I helped her script the donation board. After making the game she got so much hate for asking for Robux from her fans and I stood up against her haters, told them to stop and helped her, even thought I wasn't completely on her side. Then just after a couple of hours her friend Rose joined the game and she was playing Simon Says in the game with Sophie's fans and I asked her if I could be Simon next. She just replied with no you can't and I thought it was unfair because there were 4 admins and only Rose could be admin, so I said this is unfair, stop being bossy. And Rose started telling everyone in the game, about 30 minus 40 people, that I used Sophie to get people to hate on me and I was getting so sad and depressed like I was almost crying and she didn't care. After my fight with Rose, people started hating on me and she said I'm getting death threats. Literally nobody was giving her death threats. So after me crying, I was trying to talk to Sophie about it but she kept ignoring me and left the game twice. She completely ignored the fact that Rose was making me cry so much. After that I apologized to Rose for calling her bossy and she apologized for bullying me. We friended each other and Ellie, me, Sophie, Rose and Rhea made a friendship group. This group was so toxic. All the girls gained fear against me saying I was jealous of this girl called Rhea. Basically this girl always showed off saying she was Sophie's bestie. Sophie was the first person to friend her. She's seen Sophie's face. After they forced me to apologize for it too, I left the game but they still were so rude to me and Sophie ignored it like it was nothing. And not only were her friends rude, but Sophie herself always was rude to me. She treated me like I was lower than her, like she was the queen bee and everyone else were her workers. I'm sure if you talk to any of her ex-friends they would tell you something similar. A couple days ago I even unfriended Sophie and I accidentally sent her a request again so she accepted.
That was the video from GloraBelle. Glossy Lillies comment on my YouTube channel.